computer. Welcome back, everyone, to this post-lunch session. Agenda for today is to cover assessment task 1, which is knowledge question for the unit BSBPEF402, develop personal work priority. Always remember to send me this file along with any necessary videos or template or anything. Write your student name and number and your signature at minimum. If you don't write my name and everything, that's fine. I'll take care of it. But this has to be there, the signature and date. Okay. This task requires you to demonstrate skills and knowledge requirement to plan your work schedule in accordance with the organization requirement. Assessments are short question answers. There are 9 of them. This task is to be submitted by the due date advised in this. If you need any extension, talk to me. So this will be, I'm sure it says just checking. Yes, you are coming back on 8, and that's why your due date will be the 7th. 7. Okay, I should write this as 7 August 2022. For all AT1, 2, and 3, we are now in task 1, but task 2 and 3 should be 7th August also. This is an open book, but again, all work must be your own. You can refer to any learning resources like I demonstrated before a while on My Village, the PPT, any videos, any other resources. Discuss in moderation amount among your colleagues as well. Location can be in a workplace where you work or a simulated workplace, including classroom or home office environment. So literally anywhere on the planet Earth. As long as you have Wi-Fi and data, you have a laptop, you can go anywhere. What you will achieve from here is demonstrate knowledge to identify and explain the work plan schedule, organization procedure, any business technology, personal responsibility, stakeholder communication. This is what you will achieve once you nail the correct questions from here. Everything else is standard. This is my part. Yes, insert your detail on page 1 and sign the declaration part. Include this template with your submission. You can refer to any study guide or learning material available on My Village. Follow the instruction in the learning material to submit your assessment, demonstrating your ability to follow any procedure for file naming, management, and storage. The use of any business technology. Communicate professionally and appropriately. Organize and present information and complete tasks in timely manner. This applies not only to the unit, even in your day-to-day workplace, and also while you do all the tasks. Timely manner. Okay. This is a bit different structure than we usually have. Question number 1. Describe 3 components of any work plan. Whatever work plan you can take, the 3 components of that work plan. Anyone? Think about it. What is it that you should have in any of the work plan? The utmost important thing is resource. The resource can be financial, human resource, like people, right? And any other physical resources like equipment or IT structure or bench or furniture, fan, aircon, everything. Yeah. Then you need stakeholders who will work with you in a project, who will share some feedback, right? You need task for any work plan. If there is nothing to do, what will you do in a work plan? So you need task. What else? We need deadline or the time frame. When are we starting? When are we finishing? Execute the plan and any set procedure from the organization. Okay, we are just describing. See, the word says describe, not list. List or write means you are just listing them. Describe or discuss, that means you are talking a bit in detail for them. Okay. Question number 2. Describe the relationship between goals, objective, task, and performance indicator. Think about it. Goals is a bigger structure. So goals are broad ambitions which can be broken down into small measurable objectives. So you start like this. You start with goals. Then you go to objectives. Yeah. In order to fulfill any objective, you need some task to work on. And when will you complete the task? What should the quality of this task? You need some KPI, key performance indicator. So goals will be broken down into some smaller measurable objectives. What is objective? Is the activities, right, that required to achieve the objective, the goal. Yeah. Then task is a part of objective. In order to achieve any objective, you need to work on the smaller pieces of task, and always the monitoring, which is key performance indicator, KPI, is how you compare it. For example, your assessment submission, I always say some deadline, that's your KPI. You should submit on or before that deadline. Then I will see how many of you can submit by that time. How many of you is able to complete by the time is all KPI. Okay. That's a brief relationship between goals, objective, task, and performance indicator. Next, identify 2 organizational documents that can assist you to identify your roles and responsibility. I know all of you are employed, right? So where do you get your roles and responsibility from? Which document will have your roles and responsibility? The role can be from the job description, that either you are a doctor or you are a trainer or you are a principal or a head trainer or a nurse or an immigration officer, account officer, whatever is your designation, your role will come from the job description. Now, What would you do with that role? Again, will be covered in job description and code of conduct of your organization. The code of conduct will list everything. As a trainer and assessor, you should do everything. As a doctor, this is your duty to support, right? As a doctor, this is your duty to take care of any patient, also be loyal to your profession, don't do any unethical demand, blah, 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 blah. One of the latest one in doctor profession is take care of your trainer. Just kidding. Okay, so this is all the code of conduct about your role, the roles and responsibilities. Yeah. So that was question number 3. Okay. Question number 4. Describe 2 business technology applications that can assist you to plan and schedule tasks. We have discussed so many of them in our PPT. Any 2 technological tools that can assist you to plan and schedule tasks. Remember, I talked about AnyDo. Okay. AnyDo, Trello, Outlook, or Google Calendar. Yeah. What else? Word processor or spreadsheet, or I would say simply Excel, right? Any other software. It could be Gantt chart. It could be Monday.com, many, many more. Yeah, you can write Smartsheet, Asana, write many, many of them. This is just a small list of what's available. Next. Identify 2 policy procedures that can assist you in planning your work. 2 policy procedures that can help you in planning your work. Number 1, strategic or the operation plan. The operation plan or the strategic plan. APTC will have a strategic plan. I'm a part of APTC, so I need to follow their strategic plan. So whatever I do, like training, marking, assessing, supporting, reviewing of resources, creating any PPT, amending any resources if required, will support APTC's operation plan. Right? If I demand something which doesn't support that objective, they'll say, no, Tushant, you are a good trainer, but that's it. This is not what we can support you with. Right? So any strategic or operational plan. If I say I wanted to go on a trip to Europe, they'll say, why? I said, oh, I haven't been to Europe recently. They said, no. Unless you have good purpose, you don't support our strategic plan, and that's it. Okay? Then in a communication procedure, any technology procedure, use of any technology procedure. Yeah. One of them is, can you use mobile phone during a meeting? Yeah. Or can you keep it on a non-silent mode during when you are training, when you are teaching, all that kind of thing. Yeah. Or any team plan should be a part of this policy procedure, which will help you with your planning. Right. Any question, concern for the 5 questions we discussed? Okay, good. I'll take that as a yes. It's everything good. Describe 2 techniques you can use to plan and prioritize work. Plan and prioritize work. Remember, we talked about Eisenhower metric, which will help you with the priority. Eisenhower metric. I uploaded all the links related to that on my village, so you should be able to see that. Any time management approach. List any priorities, sequence them, give a number, follow your action plan. Any scheduling software, so which will remind you before the deadline. When you, Google Calendar and everything will also remind you, but that's not like a very good tool for reminding. There are many other tools which will remind you completion of the task and everything. You can set the due dates before 2 days. So let's say your assessment is due, as I said, on 7th of August, right? 7th of August. So it would remind you around 3rd of August, say, hey, you haven't made any progress. Like, there are very fancy softwares, I tell you. Based on the data you enter in a system, it will say, oh, you made only 10% progress. Looks like you are running too behind. You won't be able to complete by the 7th of August as a deadline. Either work hard or change the deadline, it will tell you, because it will project the amount of work or the time required. Okay. So you can use any of such tools as well, any technique. Yeah. My personal favorite is Eisenhower metric, the 4-quadrant, important urgent metric in simple language. Yes, you know it, what's important, what's urgent, put it like that. Don't worry about stuff that you can't do. Yeah. Describe one method for evaluating your own performance. How do you evaluate your own performance? You can always refer to the past performance, that when I joined this institute or company or organization, I was at my best. But over a period of time, things was taken as granted, and I just do the things to keep the living. Yeah. Or you can match it against any set benchmark or KPIs. Okay. Here, the company that I have worked with, they will have KPI on how much time you should be responding with, how to handle a customer query, and a couple of other things. Yeah. Two more questions. Identify one method of obtaining feedback from others about your performance. So someone else will tell you about your performance. Remember, we talked about peer feedback, PEER, peer feedback. That's one of the things. Or 360-degree feedback, the overall feedback of company, organization, or yourself as well. Or any performance review panel can also do that job. The performance review panel will have a checklist. Oh, have you done this? Yes. Have you done this? No. Have you done this? Yes. So they will match your performance against those checklists. Okay. You just need to pick up one of them and describe it. And finally, describe 2 other sources of information or data you can analyze and how to use this to review and improve your performance. Two other sources of information that you can analyze and to use to review and improve your performance. Anything to measure your productivity or progress will do the job, or any areas of improvement. any error report, any audits, any customer feedback, everything. If you're into customer service role, the customer will tell you feedback, no, your service is very bad. You don't know how to speak to your clients, number one. Yeah. If you're in a customer service role. If you are into data entry role, there are many typing softwares where you can, I just talk about typing speed test. Yeah, just pick up one of it. Like for example, typing. 1 minute typing test. You take this test and it will tell you your performance, how many errors you are making. It's the number of what children. Yeah, and it keeps going, right? So it will tell you, let's say, I mean, I don't have to finish this all, but it will finish and, then it will tell you about your performance. How many errors you did, what you were able to do it in time, how many strokes per minute, how many words per minute. Okay, you just have to go online and type typing test. That's it. If you're into data entry, right? It will tell you the errors also that you make. Yeah, how many words corrected over a period of time. Okay. Right, so these are some of the ways you can improve or analyze your performance. I use Grammarly to check my grammar. Yeah, and whenever I type something over a period of time, it sends me a weekly state. Oh, this many words checked for you. This many errors were made. This many suggestions was implemented. Yeah, all that kind of thing. Grammarly. Any questions on what we discussed? Okay, I'll have to stop recording.